Good morning, everybody. Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is September 6th. It is Wednesday, 2023. Beautiful, beautiful morning so far. I'm going to show you, there is not a freaking cloud in the sky. Craziness. Give you a quick update. I have an appointment to get my back window fixed here. As you can see, it is gone. So I actually have to go in today, and they're going to put a temporary thing on it. They're going to clean it all up, put a temporary thing on there until I have my appointment to get it fixed. They had to order the back glass, of course. That takes a few days for that to get in. So I know there's showers in the forecast for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so it's, definitely has to make sure it's covered up, but that's all taken care of with insurance. So I will go in today and I will take care of that. But yeah, not a cloud in the sky right now. It has been so dry. It's been crazy dry down here. But what are you gonna do? All right, let's talk about. We're going to talk about prepping and trying to think outside the box a little bit with prepping. Oh, and before we get started, just a reminder, I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you would care to join us then, that would be fantastic. Looking forward to seeing you all tonight for the live stream. And but anyhow, let's get back on this topic here. Prepping and thinking outside the box. When it comes to prepping, there's a lot to think about. One of the things that I wanted to discuss with people, people always end up finding their weaknesses. Where are your holes? What are your weaknesses? And unfortunately, a lot of times, the only way people find out what their weaknesses and their holes are is when an emergency happens, natural disaster, be it a flood, a fire, earthquake, a tornado, hurricane, ice storm, blizzard, you name it. You pick a disaster that happens every year in this country and, attach that to it. And people will find out where their weaknesses are, where their holes are at that point. And that's not a good time to find out what your holes are. Now, it is a good learning lesson at that point in time because you figure out, man, I screwed up here or I screwed up there, and this is what I need to do to fix it. Right? So that's not always a bad thing. But, having the problem in the first place, that's not always a good thing. So I'm going to encourage you all, take a weekend, pull your breaker, turn your power off in your house, turn your cell phones off, and take a weekend with your families and just try to survive and see how you guys do. And then that way, you're going to find out what your weaknesses are. So one of the weaknesses that I would say is that's going to be there for people, a lot of people, is things to do. If you're doing it as a test, obviously it's not an emergency situation, but you will be, all of a sudden, you'll have nothing to do because there's not going to be any TV, no radio, no going here, going there, going anyplace else. You're going to find really quickly that you're going to have a lot of time on your hands. So unless you are, an avid book reader and you have books, a lot of people are not book readers. So you're going to need to have games of some sort to entertain you. So Monopoly, Jenga, card games, dice games, whatever you guys like to do, you need to plan those things out ahead of time to be ready for them. And so those are things that people need to think about. That's one thing. That just gives you one indication. But with doing that type of an exercise, you're going to find out really quickly where you're weak. And when I say you're no running water, you're not using water out of the sink or any of those type of things either. So you're going to find out, do I have enough water storage? Do I have enough food back? Do I have ways to cook that food? You know, and those type of things. And those are things that people don't think about. You know what I mean? It's like they like, well, I'm gonna stock up on this, that, and the other thing, and I'm gonna be good to go. Well, there's a lot more to prepping than just those type of things. An example would be toiletry products. Okay, making sure that you have. Hey, come on, hella girl. You know, making sure that you have enough things to take care of what you need to take care of, like, you know, feminine hygiene products for the ladies. You know, making sure that you have, you know, shampoo, that you have toothpaste, that you have, you know, the toothbrushes. Now, obviously, normally you're going to have all those things, and you should have all those things, but you should have all those things stocked up as well, because again, as I have said 1,000,001 times, when SHTF happens, you're going to have what you have, and that's it. There's not going to be any more trips to the store. So if you don't have deodorant stocked up, if you don't have shampoo stocked up, if you don't have razor stocked up, and those type of things, you're going to have an issue. You're going to have a problem. And so those are things that you really need to think about, address. Again, this is a more thinking outside the box type of video. Do you have alternative ways to heat up food? And those alternative ways, here's the other thing, have you used them? All right, getting stocked up on stuff is fantastic and it's great and it's a very smart thing to do. But if you have not put these things into practical practice, that's not a good thing. And that's why, like I said again, I'm going to encourage you to take a weekend with your family and do that as an exercise to see where you're at. Okay? So think outside the box, do that test, figure out where your weaknesses are. I can tell you right now, they'll be in the comments. People will say, because of this emergency or that emergency, I found out I was weak here and there, and I want to hear those comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say. What lessons did you learn from your experience of what you dealt with firsthand? Because that's important as well, because that helps other people realize, wow, I didn't think of this, or wow, I didn't think of that. Okay? So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. Remember, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you at 8 p.m. for the live stream. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.